Pie in the Sky Media.
3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome back, Criminal Mischief Nation, to another bonus episode of Criminal Mischief with Carolyn and Brandon. To all my Northeast brothers and sisters buried under 2 feet of snow, I'm jealous, but also it was 80 degrees in Los Angeles today. So I hope everyone is safe and warm and that the roads would be cleared and that your power comes back on. But there's nothing like a good winter blizzard. There hasn't been one in Jersey since like 2017. So I am jealous. I'm texting with my friends and stuff, and kind of wish I was there. But anyway, how are you, Carolyn? How was your week and your weekend? And not 2 feet of snow, I would imagine.
No, it's been really cold, but it's been great. I've been practicing with my son playing soccer, which is so funny because I learned so much about myself as I'm
Yeah.
doing that.
What
And
injuries? Any injuries?
oh my gosh, it's so funny. This is what I'm learning about myself. I'm such a freaking scrapper. It's
Mm.
crazy.
Like you're
Like he
fighting your
was
kid? Yeah, yeah.
well, no, because I know that he's way better than me. So like, but what I do is I'm looking, what he likes to do is like, he likes it when it's like a cat and a mouse. He
Mm.
likes to just mess around and just be like, do, 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 and do his little, like, it
Yeah.
reminds me of a little, those Irish dancers that are like, do, do, that.
River dance? Yeah. Excuse me. The Lord of the Dance, Michael Flatley. Yeah, I'm aware. Yes.
Okay, well, that's what he looks like. And I look like Larry Bird. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like,
a big gangly white man from Indiana?
no, a scrapper who can't
Okay,
who
okay.
can't jump and who can't.
But one of the greatest of all time, though. Yes.
I believe me, it's like it's who I identify with as a basketball player
All
because you
right.
know what?
Good
He
for
was
you.
like he could talk trash and like I guess he
Yeah.
was like this massive talking trasher, but I'm
Oh
trying to
gosh, the
find.
worst. See, I'm more of an Allen Iverson. That's how I like to view myself, you know.
Okay, so what's I'm not what would he do?
Oh, just kind of, always exceeding expectations, and people would at first, not think much because he was 6'1", and then just, goes on to be MVP of the league, and just tough Philly kid, just yeah,
You like to just do the work.
daring people to, underestimate him. Yeah, his nickname was the Answer. I mean, that's a great nickname, right? Yeah, yeah.
Well, what I like about Larry Bird is how he would be like, "Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and he would tell the
Oh, this is
opponent to
what's going to
move
happen. This is what's
and
going to happen. Yeah. And, and,
then
and,
do it."
and then do it. And he would say, yeah, and all net. He would even call how perfect his shot was going to
Oh,
be.
I know. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to find these opportunities within this realm, and it's like it's really tough. And anyway, and I'm getting my feet beaten, and I have to protect my feet because I jog every day. And so
Yeah.
there's that part of me that's like, I want to prove like I'm gonna get this ball from you. And then the
Yeah.
other part of me is like, I got to protect my feet because I have bruises on my feet. Like seriously.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been fun though. I mean, I've been loving every minute of it. So I'm complaining, but
Great. I had
I'm
a
loving
sports weekend also with my girls. They're both volleyball players. It was a tough weekend because they both had tournaments.
it.
And one,
Oh.
my younger daughter is playing, it's the club season. So she was way down like an hour south in Orange County at this massive volleyball complex with like, 50 courts and tons of people and all that. And then my oldest in high school, it's the beach volleyball season in Southern California. So the opposite end of, she might as well have been on fucking Mars on the beach in Santa Monica as opposed to my first daughter, right? So had to do both, but they both played great. And my oldest was she made the JV team, but then a couple of varsity players got sick or injured, so she got called up to varsity
Wow.
and really, really made the most of it. Like
Oh, great.
they started the tournament, they were the 55th seed out of 56 teams,
Mm.
and they placed fifth.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, it sounds like she's a chip off the old block.
Just scrappy and screaming and
Oh, love it.
just
Love
great.
it.
Yeah.
I
Really
love
proud of them.
that.
Both of them.
Oh,
And my youngest did really, really well also. Her team's doing great. So it was, up at 5 a.m. and driving everywhere and all. Oh man. So I'm really dragging ass, but it was worth it. It was great. It was great. So
that's
yeah, good,
awesome.
good weekend. Good weekend.
That's great.
So I didn't know about this story, and it takes place in New Jersey, and I felt a little ashamed that I didn't know about this. And these pricks
Really?
from Colts Neck. Oh, Colts Neck. It's like, you know what? Doesn't
It's such
surprise me. Doesn't
it's such
surprise me.
why? Give us the local flavor here.
All right.
Talk about ocean and then talk about
Ocean
Colts Neck.
County, Ocean County, like Ocean, Monmouth, Cape May County. Those are the southern beach counties in Jersey, right?
Hmm.
And they're all kind of suburbs of Philadelphia, I guess, down there. They're more like really South Jersey people. They're called Jersey Delphians because they identify with like the Philadelphia sports teams and instead of the New York teams. And it's only like an hour and a half south. It's New Jersey's not a big place, but that's just the influence. It's
Mm.
like North Jersey is part of the New York major metropolitan area. South Jersey is the Philadelphia major metropolitan area. So the whole state
Mm.
is considered a major metropolitan area. But so for that reason, just because they don't like the Yankees, they like the Phillies, they don't like the Giants, they like the Eagles. So fuck them just on general principle. But not everybody. There are some nice people. I know some nice kids from Colts Neck, but there's just a lot of money. There's
Mm.
a lot of money in Colts Neck. And these massive like realms of like estates. Like
Realms.
you drive by one like the big iron gates and you can't
Yeah.
even see because the house is over a hill, like in the distance.
Yeah.
And then you don't see another house for a mile. You're
Hmm.
like, oh, what the fuck is this all about? Right. So it's that kind of a place.
Hmm.
Um, and
What is the deal with the name? Colts Neck.
the horses.
The horses.
Yeah, there are more thoroughbreds in Jersey than there are in Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know,
Colts Neck. Okay.
yeah.
It's so interesting to have that because being from the Pacific Northwest, we don't have township, you know? So
Right,
whenever I hear
right.
I kind of like it because it's different
Yeah.
and it kind of
So what
like
do you have then? Do you have like municipalities or do you have neighborhoods? Like what is it?
well, it's just cities and suburbs and but we just don't call it township.
Right, because we have townships that are carved out of counties. There's like, oh, I forget the delineation below township because then there's neighborhoods, but
Yeah, I know.
they're called
It's
something more formal. I don't know, whatever. And then the township and then the county. Right. So that's
hmm I
yeah.
mean, it's just like city, you know,
Yeah, I
county,
guess.
we just don't have, I don't know, it seems very quaint to me, but
Right.
I'm sure it seems like nothing like you've been calling it that your entire life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's like,
It's
it doesn't,
rich. It's a very wealthy part of the state. Very, very wealthy part of the state. And then, but not quite as wealthy as Alpine, New Jersey, which is very close to where I grew up on the other
mm,
side of the Hudson across from Manhattan. And
mm.
that's, I mean, crazy money in Alpine, New Jersey. Just
Well, so
insane.
like how in Jefferson County,
Jefferson
so you,
Township,
Jefferson Town,
you
I was
better
just gonna
watch it.
say,
You better watch it. Jefferson Township is in Morris County, New Jersey.
okay, now I know your kryptonite,
Yeah.
Jefferson,
Township,
Jefferson
J-Town. We
County.
call it J-Town. What about
Okay,
J-Town?
okay, okay. Jefferson Township. All
Yes.
right. How close was that to where Alpine is, where you live to where Alpine is? Like, did you go to school
40,
with any of those kids?
no, 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 no.
Okay.
Because it's that's like three counties away. You got through Bergen County, Passaic County, and then you're almost into the city by then. Like if you have
Oh,
if you have a
okay.
house on the bluffs right there,
Mm.
you're looking at north uptown Manhattan. You're looking at north the up part of the
Oh, I get it.
yeah
I got it. So it's
yeah
cl the closer to New York.
yeah. Oh,
The
it's
the
right across the Hudson. It's
okay.
like right
Okay.
there.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. Got it. Okay,
where I'm
cool.
about 30 miles inland.
Okay. All right. All right. You're the rural boys.
We are the country bumpkins.
The
Yes,
country
we are the
bumpkin.
country fucking bumpkins. Yes.
Okay. All
God,
right. Jefferson Township. Hmm.
J-Town. Um,
So you hadn't heard of this.
I hadn't heard of it. Man, it's dark.
I
Gosh,
know,
it's
isn't it?
so dark.
I
And
know.
the button on the end as to like, why do you have to kill the kids? I mean, we'll get to that, but that was like, for
I
fucking
know.
money.
I know. I know.
Oh,
It's funny because I just so happened to have been watching the documentary Sneaker Town or Sneaker Wars. And it's about the rivalry between Adidas and
Nike.
Puma
Oh, oh yeah, the
and
brothers.
the
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah.
And I was like thinking, okay, this is how they have for people who don't know, their companies are literally right by each other in this small German town, and they're
Yeah.
these huge. They became the most successful sneaker companies individually, but they had started this business together as brothers, and they had this huge falling out.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, it created this rivalry that I guess you could say was, I don't know, not necessarily positive, but they weren't killing each other,
Right.
right?
No,
So
of course. Or
juxtaposed to this,
each other's children.
I know,
You know, I mean,
I know, I
and it's
know.
another one of those. Uh, man, it's what. Kudos for. It seems like not a full crime of passion, but not like planned for months. It
Hmm.
sounded like he kind of planned it out like that day, kind of with the whole ruse, like with the power outage and all that kind of shit. Um,
Hmm.
but then to come up with the, I'm going to burn my own house down and his house, set the fire, so it looks like we're targeted as a family, like that. He put some thought into it, but was still a dipshit about it. I mean, still like he really thought he was going to get away with it.
I think he was like probably fantasizing about it for a long time.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Because he
So
got
if I,
himself into some trouble, into some debt.
and he's like, how am I, when wheels are spinning, when the idea actually took shape is who knows. But like,
Yeah.
he was embezzling for quite a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know how you live with that.
Yeah.
And his brother is so freaking trusting. I mean, the thing that got me, I mean, obviously, as I said, the whole thing is horrible. The children, it's
Yep.
just almost unspeakable, right? But when has this huge blowout with his brother, and then it's his brother is the one that he's texting because, he's obviously scared to go out there and deal with this, whatever it was going
Yep.
on with his generator and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
And it's like, I mean, I wouldn't be calling my sister or texting her like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do the generator." I would just,
See, I would
you
call my brother. Yeah, that's exactly who I would call.
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So what would make you want to just like, so you've got a bro beside you, or like what is
Yeah, no,
that?
because he chances are he either because he's super smart and he's probably dealt with shit like this before, like make sure I'm doing it right, like we're each other's tech, backup, right? Like I'm
Hmm.
building this or I'm changing this or doing this with my car or I'm painting this or I'm fixing this plumbing thing. Like, what do you think about this? Like, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So that
Hmm.
would, yeah, yeah, of course. It's how it is. But wait, but what was it? What made me not really homesick, but it made me a little prideful. Like, I grew up with some rich kids in Jersey
Hmm.
or spent some time with them from a couple towns over. There's another wealthy part of central New Jersey, a town called Bernardsville.
Hmm.
And not only is there a ton of money in Bernardsville, there's a lot of Revolutionary War history. There's
Hmm.
like a road called Old Army Road where it's documented that George Washington like walked down this road on the way to some battle and it's this like hallowed ground and there's like these an old like stone restaurant that's like George
Hmm. Cool.
Washington slept here, whatever. There's all that going on.
It
But
sounds like it would be a Bruce Springsteen song,
yeah, 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 well,
you know?
Springsteen country, 100%.
I know, Old Army Road.
Yeah,
Er.
but so the brothers in this story, their businesses. There was like
Mm.
an IT consulting and a what was the
Yeah,
a pest
terminate.
control,
Yeah, pest control.
exterminate, right? Like not glamorous kind of jobs, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like my rich friends in Bernardsville, like one of their dads was an envelope manufacturer. Like that's what he did. Just
Mm-hmm.
fucking owned an envelope factory. And
Mm-hmm.
coming out of college, he was just looking for a business. He goes, maybe I'll do this. And so like there's a lot of money and not one drop of glamour or ego or any of that. It's like we're going to do the unsexy stuff to make our money and then,
Mm-hmm.
live nice lives and have a nice house and, join the fucking yacht club and send our kids to Ivy League, whatever, I mean, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I
I
thought of
think
with these
that's
brothers.
Yeah, I think that that's the romanticized version and what everybody wants. But then you get the ego and the jealousy because, the brother's house was like a mansion compared to Paul's.
Yeah.
And he's driving, they're driving these Porsches and just thinking they're really cool. And,
Yeah, they were
you
leveraged
know,
and in debt and like crazy and unhappy, and he had an injury and he was on disability. Like you painted a really kind of grim picture of this guy. Not anything that would justify what he did, but he can
yeah.
understand it, you know? I mean, like, people in chronic pain and stuff, they do some fucked up stuff, you know?
hmm Here's the thing. I don't even think that I painted that picture that much. I just think everybody can not relate to the story, but they understand they've seen that and they know what it looks like and they know what it feels like with just a few descriptors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
I just watched
you
I'm trying to make my way through the Fargo television series,
okay.
and I finished the third season, which had Ewan McGregor playing brothers. He was playing both roles. Did you watch that season?
No,
So
but I love you and McGregor.
one's older, one's younger, and the younger one is fabulously wealthy. And
hmm
you find out like right away, and like and handsome and in shape, and got the wife and the family in the mansion. And then the brother is like dumpy and kind of fat and stringy hair, and is dating a convict, and it doesn't has a shitty apartment. And you find out that years prior, when they were teenagers, when their dad died, um, all he left them was a beautiful, like, vintage Corvette and a stamp collection. And the younger, handsome one was left the Corvette, and the older one got the stamp collection. But the younger brother tricked the older brother because he knew the stamps were valuable, and the older brother was like a virgin, was in high school, and all he cared about girls. And so he didn't offer him the car. He was saying, "I'm so happy I got this car. When I'm old enough to drive, I'm gonna get nothing but chicks. Woo, it's gonna be great." And the older brother's like, "Let's trade. I want that car, please. You take these fucking stamps. Let me have the Corvette, please." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then the kid sold the stamps in for millions of dollars and like built his empire. So that we come in years into this bitter resentment that one brother has for the next, and it makes him murderous, and it makes him want to, exact some revenge. He has this really yucky sense of entitlement about everything, and he's got this girlfriend. It's like, yeah, and you deserve that, and you did it, and he did it on purpose, and you're a victim, and it was just
I
so.
mean, here's how it plays
Yeah,
out. That's
yeah,
what I
yes,
mean. Like
yes,
it
yes,
plays out the echo chamber,
yes. If you
entitlement,
have someone just co-signing that bullshit,
and
that's all
and
you need is
and
one voice.
and
Yeah.
that's why who you let into your sphere is so critical.
Oh yeah,
You know what
absolutely.
I mean? Because
Absolutely.
it's like I just think that it's like it's biblical. You know what I mean? Like it
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
it it
exactly.
basically is like I don't feel like I think that this is just such a story that we have these ideas of like, oh, the perfect family and da, 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 da. I mean that he was planning on bringing, they did all these things together. He was planning on cooking Thanksgiving dinner and bringing it over to, Uncle Paulie's going over to
Yep.
Keith, and they're all going to celebrate. And in his mind, he's planning to kill this guy. The seething, simmering anger and resentment, and like it's truly, you know, terrifying. So like I just I guess that thing with the brother just like you said, of course, I called my brother, of course.
Yeah.
And it's like even though he was so mad at his brother, he still loved him. Even though he knew his brother had stolen, his heart was not like Polly's or like
Right.
Paul. His heart was black.
Right. There was never a point in the other brother's mind where
Mhm.
unforgivable and we're done. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
mad at you. You stole some shit from me. You're
Yeah.
gone to a dark place. We'll fucking get through it, but get
Mhm.
your shit together.
Well, and I think too, there's something about like being left behind
Mm.
when you have no prospects. He's 51 years old. He's, you know, it's obviously his mindset was one of like, yeah, it makes more sense for me to kill my brother and his entire family
Oh
than for
gosh, to get that
me
money.
than for me to actually take a look at myself and make some changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Ugh.
harder to do than killing. I mean, that really puts it into like some fucked up perspective of like, I can't change, but what I can do,
Right. Is get sink even lower, become a mass murderer, and oh
yeah,
gosh, to do what? To get out of debt?
to be the big shot. He wanted to continue. I mean, this is me, my extrapolation of that, of like, there's something about, not being able to let go of who you think people think you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's really, really powerful. We've talked about this
Ego.
before, where
Absolutely.
ego, like, hey, I know you'd be the type of person where you would go drive an Uber tomorrow if you had to.
Yeah, of course.
You wouldn't.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
was taught super
that's,
young. There's never any shame in paying the bills. Never. Never, never, never. Yep.
you know what? It's not just that you were taught it, but that you live the creed. Like no matter how
Absolutely.
successful you get,
Yeah.
you can still say, hey, I mean, that a lot of people don't get that.
You think my kids give a shit where I get the money to feed them or pay their tuition? No, not at all. They see their dad goes to go to work and come home. It's great, and they're proud of me. It's awesome. I'm lucky I haven't had to do that in years and years and years, but I would do it tomorrow without even thinking about it.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm saying you don't have that
That hang
ego
up. Right.
piece that obviously this guy had because
Yeah.
driving an Uber is probably something he could have done, with his
Everybody could do it.
disability.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, everybody can't because of their ego and what they'd be, willing.
Sure.
Anyway, it's just kind of a,
I have friends
like
like that now
what?
that just won't go get it like a normal job because they don't think that it's worthy of them, and I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it.
I mean, I think that the better thing is I get what you're saying, but I think that you just you've earned the fact that you're not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I
Because
have
because
I have a friend who he's gosh older than me, and he just finally said uncle and like went and got a job that wasn't in the entertainment industry, but
mm.
it took his entire personal life cratering from to
Wait a second. I remember this story because it was
finally
so
wake up,
sad.
to
Wait a second. I
finally
think is
wake
this
up.
the guy whose girlfriend he got a music contract and then his girlfriend
Oh no,
basically talked.
that was a different guy. That was a different guy. That's
Thank
another one.
God.
It's weird. You living in LA where I live, there's a lot of these people who are afraid who they're going to see.
Mm,
If they're working the job, working at Trader Joe's or driving Uber or delivering DoorDash.
mm,
I
mhm,
was front facing at one of the most popular hotels on the strip for years while I was in the industry. I would go on auditions or pitch
mhm.
TV shows to high level execs during the day and then park their cars at night. That happened to
I
me so many times.
I remember
You
you
know?
telling me one of those times I could almost not even take it.
Yeah.
I couldn't, when you told me that, I would be like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that would be, maybe that's where it also continued to develop that heal, that,
Yeah, maybe. Well,
the,
no, I listen, I saw it was telegraphed to me really early. I was working at a hotel and at these, at the really nice places and some of the, medium level places too. If you offer a valet service, you got to have a 24-hour guy on in case someone needs their car in the middle of the night. And
mm,
that is a very thankless job that nobody wants, the graveyard shift. It's
mm,
usually like midnight to 7 in the morning
mhm,
and you can't sleep or you get fired. There's never a car. You're just fucking sitting there, you know?
mm, mhm,
And
mhm.
I was working at the Beverly Hills Hotel and there was a guy named Jerry who had been working the overnight shift for like 20 years,
Oh my
right? He was
God.
he was this older guy
Mhm,
and where I was counting out at the end of the night and there was a new kid working on the shift for me and it was late and Jerry comes rolling in and he punches in. He says good evening, whatever, to the boss, and then he goes to work. And the new kid said, "Who's that?" And the boss says, "Oh, that's Jerry. He works nights." He goes, "Wow, man, he's old. How long has he been doing it?" And my boss, like, "Man, like 20 years." And this kid says, "What the fuck has he been doing here for 20 years?" And the boss,
And
his
the
name was
boss.
Kevin, looks at him and goes, "He's been feeding his family. That's what he's been doing for 20 years."
That
And
makes
it
me want
and
to cry. I
and
love
the
that.
room just went fucking dead quiet. And this kid goes, "Oh, well, yeah, yeah, and then he was smart enough to just shut up. And I learned, I'm like, hell yeah, that's what he was doing. Great. Keep it up, Jerry. Fucking A, man. And it just
Wait a
gives you
second.
it
Were
gives you
you
new
thinking the
appreciation.
same thing?
No, 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 I wasn't. No, because I loved you. I'd known there, I'd worked there
Yeah.
long enough. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
like I'm like, what a shitty thing to woo. It was weird. I was kind of like taken aback by it.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I'm glad I didn't have to defend Jerry because I wouldn't have done it as succinctly and as eloquently as my boss did, you know. And but yeah, but that just reinforced the pride, you know.
Hmm.
Cool. Yeah, great. You have a job. You are earning, you're contributing, and you're providing. Fantastic. Feel good about it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hmm.
anyway, but ego gets in the way. That's my favorite Stoic saying is ego is the enemy. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my face backwards so
Hmm.
I see it in the mirror, you know?
Hmm.
But yeah, and that's
I mean, it truly is, and I think in this case, it's that guy should have gotten it tattooed all over him because,
yeah.
and then he thought he was gonna outsmart. I mean, this plan was like,
No, his plan was fucked from the beginning. I mean, he probably thought he was so clever.
again, ego, you know?
And but where I don't know where you find the depths of depravity to be able to stab children to death, to
I
hunt them
mean,
down and stab them.
if I had to, just go there with you right now,
Mm,
because that's kind of what we do is
yeah.
that that was the anger that he was holding on to
Okay.
probably
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
decades. And his daughters were grown, and his brother had, they were in that mansion, and the kids were real cute. I'm not saying that the other adult
Oh no, I hear you. Yeah,
children
yeah,
weren't cute, but like there's
yeah.
something about a fresh family,
Yep.
where it's like, you're doing it, you got your kids. I mean, it's like such a great time in your life,
Yep.
when your kids are small like that. I mean, it's great when they get older too, because you have different experiences. So like he's just fucked up. Let me just say that. But I'm sure he was just seething
Yep.
with, you know, that's all he could see. And it's just it's crazy. And I mean, he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life.
Oh
But
yeah.
unfortunately,
Four. I mean, went down for all four first
yeah,
degree murders. I mean, he's got to
yeah,
die 4 times before he gets out of prison. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, he's not going
yeah.
anywhere.
No.
Not going anywhere. Maybe he's in Rahway. Rahway's fucking tough. Holy shit.
But what is
It's a state prison in New Jersey. You want to know what Rahway's like? A Stallone movie was shot there when they were renovating it in the late 80s, a movie called Lockup. It's a Stallone movie, and they fucking shot it at Rahway State Prison, and oh my gosh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's exactly what you would think of a maximum security prison in New Jersey. That's all you need to, that's all you need to know. Man.
Well, you know what? Let's hope that he's going to Rahway,
Yeah, let's hope he's there right now.
because I
Wow.
can imagine what his life will be like when they find out what he
Oh,
did.
that he killed kids. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Mm.
I have a request
Yeah.
for content from you. Um,
Okay.
some angle, if you're up for it, I don't know, of what's happening with the arrests in the UK over the Epstein files and why it's
Mm.
not happening here. So I know it wades into really murky, turbulent political waters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's interesting to see one first world nation that actually seems to care about
Mm-hmm.
powerful people exploiting young girls. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd
You know,
love
it's
to.
funny. My husband and I were just talking about that the other night
Yeah,
about the arrest of Prince
because
Andrews and looks like another guy went down too
yeah,
recently.
exactly. The former
And
ambassador to the U.S.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
And just
there's
kind of
some
like,
stunning falls from grace happening right now in the U.S. Dr. Peter Attia, who I was a big fan of, this longevity doctor.
hmm
Turns out he was just sucking up to Epstein 10 years ago and disgusting emails and saying, "Oh, I'm getting withdrawal when I'm not around you. You're such a great dude." Deepak Chopra, I've read a ton of his books. He got a little too woo-woo for me as I got older, but still, like he got me through a lot of stuff 20 years ago, his books, you know. Um, he had some awful, awful emails with Epstein, like bring your girls here and you know, just like crazy, crazy shit. And we're just not fucking doing anything. We're not doing anything. Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I know.
it's yeah.
Okay.
I'll look into
Well,
it.
anyway, see what you want to, yeah, see what you can do about it.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I
Yeah.
need to get this episode posted. So, Criminal Mischief Nation, if you enjoyed the episode, please consider sharing it with people who like this kind of content. You know, real investigative journalism and storytelling provided by the great Carolyn Osorio. And rate and review the show. It helps the algorithm, helps more people discover the show, which is our goal. So if you have the time.
hmm
Anything you'd like to add, Carolyn?
Nope. We'll see you next week.
Great. Stay safe out there. And again, well, in the Northeast, stay warm, stay out of the snow, and be careful of the meltwater.
And throw a couple of snowballs.
Yes.
Can they have fun in the snow?
Have fun
Brandon?
once it's safe.
You
Don't
know
have
what?
a heart attack shoveling. Like, be smart.
Stop. Okay, you know
Just be
what? If
smart.
we're ever in a snowstorm, I can't wait to like have a snowball fight
In my
with you.
face. Yes, great. Done. I'm going to
Okay.
wail on you. But okay.
Oh,
Be careful what you wish
right,
for. Be careful what you wish for.
right. Yeah.
All right, wait. Great seeing you, and we'll see everybody next week. Stay safe out there.
Bye.
From Pie in the Sky Media, Criminal Mischief is an EVO production, recorded live in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. We're produced by Brandon Morgan and myself, music by Soundstripe. For EVO Creative, I'm Carolyn Osorio, your writer and host.